Okay, hey fellas, so I want to break down the Orem game film right now, and first off I want to congratulate both the teams. I thought the win against the Orem was a huge victory for us, like I've told you many times. Really good football team, really well coached, good athletes, very aggressive, hit hard, and they wanted to beat you really, really badly. A lot of adversity, super proud of the Maroon team for the way you played. Gold team, way to dominate in your game. So we're going to go through the Orem game and try to break it down and see what we can do better at and highlight some of the really good things. I'm just going to let this kickoff roll. Brian, this is one of the best kickoffs I've ever seen in youth football. That's just phenomenal height and distance. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. First defensive play. And I want to point something out. So remember, linebackers, I told you, the guard is the key for teams that have pulling guards. Now, we didn't know this about Orem, but we know it about Mountain View. You look at the guard right in front of you. If he comes at you, you go at him. If he stands up, it's a pass. If he goes horizontal, if he starts moving down the line, go with him. So crew, can you see how that guard right in front of you, right there, watch how he blocks down. So I need you going right where that guard is going, because the ball is ultimately going to go wherever he goes. This is really key this year, middle linebackers, to read those guards for a team that has pulling guards. So let's roll it forward. By the way, Cooper, that worked out well because you blitzed right where the pulling guard was going, so you're getting in the backfield. And next time we play them, hopefully you'll see that. Now remember, guys, when we blitz, this is something we talked about. See the running back. See the running back. So, Cooper, did you notice that number 3 isn't even faking the ball? So you know he's not getting it. Now, it would have been hard for you to see it, but next time we play him, you'll be able to read that a little bit better. By the way, Drake, they're cutting you. And that's actually an illegal block because they cannot go high-low against somebody. So we need to tell the refs next time, you're not allowed to cut and go high. Crew, so your guard, see how your guard stayed there? So you'd want to go straight at him. Derek, you do a nice job of just getting around and seeing the ball since they're not going to block you. Okay, they try to cut it upfield. Zach, way to see it, guys. I love how Zach is staying at home. We've emphasized the fact that our outside linebackers and our defensive ends and our cornerbacks need to stay at home. Zach staying at home, seeing the ball, breaks down, gets his arms on him. Nice job, Zach. Great play. Okay, second play from the line of scrimmage. So here we go, frame by frame, slowing it down. And Kyson, I like how you're creeping up. We only want you 10 yards off the ball at safety. You got plenty of speed to play a little closer to the line. Okay, here we go. So remember, linebackers, if your guy comes forward, so Bryson, if he's going to stay there, you want to go right at him. Crew, if he's going to stay there, you want to go right at him. And again, it's another illegal block against Drake. So I want everybody to help me to remind the referees if we play Orem again that they are illegally blocking Drake every play. I don't see any pulls. Now Orem's doing a lot of fakes, kind of like our offense. They've evolved to that. But look, terrible fakes, right? Like that's just not even, the number 3 is not even pretending to get the ball. Teddy's staying at home. And now they're going to pitch it outside. And by the way, we see this tendency now in Orem. So when we play them next, we'll know that when they do this offset split back, with number 9 split out here, we know they have a tendency to pitch it. Teddy stays at home, doesn't bite on the fake. Rock getting off his block really effectively. Teddy staying at home. Here comes the pitch. Teddy sees it. Remember, his job is to turn it in. Now we're going to want you to break down. Remember, we know this number 9 likes to cut back. So Teddy, I love that you turned him in. I love the pursuit by Rock. I love the pursuit by, I think that's Crew. Kyson, love that you're coming over. So we've got good pursuit. So Teddy, you do your job turning them back inside. We'd love to see you break down. Later on in the game, you're going to do a better job of that. Brian, I love how you're coming up on the run. Unfortunately, this is going to be the play that sends you to the hospital. I don't want to dwell on this, so I'm just going to roll it. So nice job. That's actually a decent play by our defense. Okay, here we go. Third defensive play. And they fumbled the ball, so there's not much to talk about there, so let's roll it. Okay, fourth defensive play. Let's look at those guards and see if they give us a read. I don't remember on this. Okay, one thing we do need to talk about, if any team ever goes trips, and I think they are trips, we're going to want our outside linebacker to line up on the middle guy. So our cornerback's going to be out on the wide guy. We'll want our outside linebacker on the middle guy, and then we'll have our safety shading over. Okay, so this is a broken play on their part. So they snapped the ball too soon. So we're just going to call that a broken play. But Rock, way to play, right? As soon as the ball is snapped, we go. So even though their offensive line is standing still, we see the ball snapped, no whistle, way to play, Rock. That's exactly right, buddy. I do want to point out there were some other good things going on right there. As Crew and Teddy and Kyson all saw that the quarterback was rolling out this way or trying to run, watch what they do. So Teddy's going to get out there and get us contained. You can see Teddy right there getting us contained. You can see Crew flowing. You can see Kyson flowing. And Kyson, you're doing that exactly right, going to the passing lane. That looks very good, guys. Okay, here we go, next play. So here's the option, and this is one I really want to talk about. Okay, so again, middle linebackers, if they're not pulling, but they're blocking, you want to go straight ahead. So Bryson, perfect into the hole. He's going to try to block you. So you need to make that tackle, Bryson. Now, Teddy, on option, we talked about this, and I know it's super hard, but you have to trust your linebacker and your defensive end that they'll make that tackle, and they did. Your job as quarterback. He has pulled the ball, and I want you to watch what happens. You get off your block nice, and if you're playing your responsibility, you would have lit him up. But you sold out on that dive, and the quarterback literally runs right by you. And you get steamrolled by your own team. So middle or outside linebackers, if we play a team that runs option again, you have to trust your assignment. Your job, you don't go in on the dive. You have to guarantee the quarterback doesn't have the ball. Now, Kyson comes over and uses his speed to sort of bail us out on this one and tackles the quarterback. And we've got Cole coming up pretty well. Cole, I appreciate that you're coming up on that because you have pitch in that play. Kyson, way to come over and make the play and do damage control for us. Okay, next play. Okay, now, Orem's not great on this, but you can see the high hats. So they're not run blocking. You can see their offensive line standing up. That's a key that it's a pass. Get to your zones. Crew, I love that when you realized it was a pass, you turned your head and started running to your zone. Now, we want to keep an eye on the ball, but you started to try to get depth. And I love that Teddy, you'll see Teddy getting out to his zone. I love that Kyson is seeing the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. So there's a lot of good things going on there. This is a nice ball by the quarterback. It's a nice catch by their receiver. I think the more we practice our pass defense, the more we're going to be on top of that because I saw a lot of good people get into their zones right there. Okay, here we go. All right, again, Drake gets an illegal block on him, high-low. I'm pretty angry at this point watching this. Okay, they fake on the dive. Good job, Zach. Your job is not the dive when we're playing an option team. It's a pass. We've yelled out pass. I see Zach getting to his zone. I see Teddy getting to his zone. I see Crew thinking about getting to his zone. I see Kyson reading the quarterback. I see Rock absolutely getting off his block. I see Scott Sterling getting off his block. This is just pretty dang good defense, you guys. Way to go. Even if they had wanted to, there was nobody to throw to. That's just phenomenal defense. Really pleased with that. Okay, so remember, we picked up this tendency. I said from Orem, when they go into this offset eye, they have a tendency to pitch it to him. Not always, but that's their favorite play out of this formation. Teddy, I told you last time that you did a nice job of turning him in, but I wanted to see you break down. You're going to see yourself do this right this time, and this is exactly how we want to do it. So Scott Sterling gets push. Teddy sees the play. He knows he's got to turn him in. So he plays outside in, and now watch. You break down right there. He tries to give you a little dip and dive. You're breaking down. He dives to the outside. You stay with them, you make the play, and Cole comes up really powerfully on that. Again, that's just strong, good sound, assignment sound defense, you guys. Okay, so that's just a straight dive. And let's see if there's any reads on this. Not really much to read, but crew, if you see your guy just blocking straight down, so you see your guy blocking straight down, I need you to fill that hole. So I can't have you turn your shoulders and wait like that. I need you to run up there and slam into number 9. So if you run up there and slam into number 9, even if you don't make the play, it creates the wall. So make sure you do that. And look, this is just incredible individual effort by Scott Sterling, or I guess this is Cooper coming through, seeing the play. We got Rock coming through, seeing the play. Pretty effective individual effort and good defense, you guys. Pass. I see you guys getting to zones. Let's check our guys getting to their zones. So we want Crew and Bryson getting to their zones. We've got Scott Sterling absolutely abusing this offensive lineman. We've got Rock abusing people. I see Zach getting over to his zone. I see Kyson again reading the quarterback's eyes. Reading those eyes is going to lead to a pick 6 later in the game. Scott Sterling's about to create some problems. Zach's in the zone where we want him to be. Kyson's reading the play. That's just really good defense, you guys. I'm impressed with that coming out of the gate. And I want to say, the fact that we saw an offense that we totally did not expect and a quarterback who could sling the ball pretty effectively, I just want to point out, you guys are playing really good defense. Okay, we start off the game with a really simple 2 counter. Quarterbacks and 2-backs, I want to remind you that counter and power, there's the hole right there. It's in between the guard and the tackle. You can see that Rock's going to give us a pretty good kick-out block. We're getting okay blocks right there. Teddy comes through. Now, if we remember right, guys, and I'm okay with this, but actually Teddy's assignment is going to be this middle backer right here. That would be Cole's guy. But let me tell you why I'm okay with what happened, because Cole gets hung up. Now, Cole, remember, I actually don't want you going through right there. You need to come down the line of scrimmage and lead through the hole. So Teddy should have blocked that backer, and Cole, you should have blocked that backer. And if we do it, there may have been a hole there. As it stands, Cooper makes a nice run, nice little cut, picks up some yardage for us. Not bad for a first play. Okay, second play. This is turbo left, 3 boomerang. So let's think about our assignments. Turbo left, 3 boomerang. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's the defensive end. So we want Rock to try to get him. If he's that far outside, I need Cole and Teddy to give him a little bump first. He's not your block, but if he's that far outside, Alex is going to need help. So I would want my 1 and 3 backs to chip right there and then go to the outside backer. Now remember, guys, and this is critical, I told you against Orem, when we do turbo left or turbo right, the farthest outside running back needs to hit number 9. Watch this play unfold. So they blitz right up the middle. Oh, sorry, we fumbled that. So let me just run that. We're going to do the exact same play, though. So they blitz right up the middle. We're going to do a similar play here, I think. Hold on, let me see what I shift this into. So thank you for checking with me. Make sure that everybody checks with me before you put your hand on the ground. Don't put your hand on the ground. Okay, so look, we're getting into the same formation. Turbo left. So again, now Corbin, you should have been split out in turbo. You should have been blocking this guy. Alex Rock should have blocked the end, but Teddy, again, if he's that far out, I need you to chip him and then go to the backer. Cooper, you should have had number 9. That was the direction, right? Number 9 if we do turbo left, turbo right, or turbo overload. So watch this. They blitz right up the middle, and here's the great thing about our offense. We're fast enough that that middle linebacker blitz can't get us if our running backs burst when you get the ball, which Cole does, burst, and he's out of there. Okay, now watch this. Rock does okay considering how far out this guy is. Now, Teddy, this is what I need you to see. That's actually the outside backer right there. So I would want you to hit him. Cooper, you should have hit number 9. Corbin should have been out here on this guy. So our blocking is actually all messed up on this. But Cooper, I want you to see who makes the tackle. So look at how much green space there was. I'm going to stop it right there. Look at all that green space, and that's one of the fastest kids on the team and in the league. But look who makes the tackle. That is my friend, number 9. He barely makes the tackle, but I'm telling you guys, if we would have done our assignments this game, we would have had 2 or 3 more touchdowns. I'm sure of it. That's why you got to make sure you listen and internalize and practice. As it stands, that was still a good game. Okay, we're earthquake. Remember, power is right there. That's where we have our extra blocker. Counter is right there. That's where we have our extra blocker. This is an earthquake 2 power. So let's watch. Colin actually gets a great block right there. Brooks is giving us a pretty good block. Crew's giving us a pretty good block. Cole's going to block right there. I'm pretty sure if we run right there, we get like 15 yards. I'm pretty sure of that. Maybe not because that guy's scraping over, but we at least get 5. So again, 2 backs and quarterbacks, we got to run to the right holes, okay? All right, we're just seeing how much assignment integrity Orem has on this play, if I remember right. Oh, sorry, we run the 2 power again. Look, this is like a carbon copy of the previous play. If we run to where the hole is, I'm just going to freeze it right there. Look at that. Like, I don't know what else we can do. That's the hole right there. So that's where we need our running backs running, and I think, again, it would have been another 5 yards. By the way, I'm seeing great things from the line. I'm seeing Drake and Alex double team this guy pretty effectively. I'm seeing Brooks or Colin knocking that guy pretty good. I'd like to see a lower Colin. I'd like you to see a fire off lower. I see Crew and Brooks owning that guy. I see Rock giving me a pretty decent block. Now, Rock, I'd love you to fire off. But bottom line, I'm seeing some great blocks. Teddy's getting us a block there. Cole's going to come and seal. Like, I feel like if we run through the hole on that, it's a great play, like a 5-7 yard play. Okay, now as we're going to check their assignment integrity. Okay, and so watch, we're going to fake it, and I want you to see something. Again, I see some pretty dang good blocks by the line. I love what I'm seeing Colin there. I see some good double team there. Cole's out here leading. Colin looks good, looks good. We fake it. Look how they bite. Do you guys see how they bit on that? Teddy gets it. Cole's going to give us a position block. Now this guy was left unblocked. Teddy makes a move on him. That's a nice dip and dive, Teddy. Right there. So that's actually not a bad play. If we can sustain that block and burst a little bit right there, then we probably get another 5 yards or so. That's not bad. I mean, that's honestly not a bad play. Okay, this is a turbo left wheel route. Let's see if they bite on the fake, and let's see how the blocking is. O-line, that's pretty good blocking. Rock's giving us good pass blocking. Look, they blitz, and I need you to see something really important. Kyson and Bryson, this is for you. Because we make a good fake, that blitz bites on the fake and tackles him. And that gives you time to deliver the ball. Now, is that Colin or Brooks? Brooks, I need you to hold that block a little longer. Now, we don't want to hold him, but I need you to sustain the block. Look at this wheel route. Teddy's coming out. We're running the... Okay, Corbin, that's the wrong route, buddy. When we do a wheel route, you got to do a post. And that's dangerous. I need you running the right route. It didn't kill us. Look how open this is. Green space. And I guarantee you Teddy will catch that next time. All right, so again, look, I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, if we run through the right holes, if we know our assignments, if we catch the ball, we're making a lot of yardage against these guys. I'm very encouraged by what I'm seeing. We can fix this stuff. All right, turbo, we're just trying a 2 counter. All right, on that one, we had a blocking problem on the line. So right here, our double team against this guy lets him slip through. Now, I would point out, if we run to the right hole, it still might not kill us. But as it stands, that guy's going to blow up our play. Okay, make good fakes. I don't know if you can tell, but they didn't bite on the fake because we didn't ride it. And again, Sterling, we want you going through that hole. Quarterbacks and 2-backs, that's where the counter is. So if we would make a good fake there, we'll get a better bite on it. Now, having said that, this guy still does sell out on it. He sells out completely. So if we make a better fake, we probably get him and him selling out as well. Rock's giving us a pretty decent block out here on the edge. Not bad. Let's see what else is going on with the line. Colin's doing okay. You guys are fine over here. Rock's giving us a nice block. Teddy's getting ready to position block. Corbin's out there trying to give it to us. I need you to sustain a little bit more. So, okay, again, a ton of green space. But look at number 9 coming after us. See, and that's why we scheme for number 9. But I want to point out this. Kyson, if you turn on the jets right there, if you burst, I think you outrun him, and I think you score a touchdown. So trust that speed and burst, and just know, number 9 is fast, but he's not as fast as you guys, and this is how he makes tackles. He dives at your ankles. So if you know he's going to do that, high step it, and don't let him hit your ankles. But again, I want to point out, like, we were so close to breaking that for a touchdown. Okay, we're back in Earthquake. That's just a QB fire. We're just trying to get a first down. Kyson, you take a pretty big pop here, and you get speared by number 9. That's absolutely helmet-to-helmet contact. And they got called for a penalty on that, as they should have. Okay, we've got Kyson in. Let's see what we're going to run right now. This is our fake 1-go. By the way, Cooper, if it's a twist, dude, I need you out lead blocking. So, guys, we got to remember our assignments. If it's a twist, Kyson's rolling out this way. I think this is twist. I need you out here with Cole and with Teddy creating a wall for Kyson. Let's roll it. Let's see how the offensive line looks. Colin, pretty good. Brooks, not bad. Alex, not bad. Drake, looking pretty solid. Rock, not bad. We make the fake. Look at this. I want you to see this. Fake gets that guy completely to bite. So he's like, what are we doing? This guy totally comes up. Cornerback thinks Teddy has the ball. I want you to look at how wide open that was. That's our twist play with a fake 1-go. Now, we can't always do the fake 1-go because sometimes they're blitzing and we're going to have to get Kyson out of there. But I just want you to see that was an easy touchdown, and we had 2 or 3 plays on that drive that could have broke for big plays. That's how close we are. That's how close we are, guys, on offense. I think we get a fumble on this, so I'm not going to have anything to say about it. All right, now we're back to kickoff again. Kyson, I appreciate you filling in. I know this was not what you expected to be doing. All right, so let's check out defense on this play. Okay, I'm a little concerned, Sinbad, because remember I told you, wherever number 9 goes, you just line up in front of him. So, Cooper, if that's the assignment, I would want to see you out here a little bit more right on number 9. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so it's a pass. It's kind of hard to tell by their line, but you can see hi-hats. They're standing up. So hi-hats tells us pass. So we want to get to our zones. Okay, so look, I love that Crew's trying to get back. I see Bryson trying to get there. I see Teddy sprinting to his zone, thankfully. So Cooper, see, I'm a little worried because you should be on number 9. Thankfully, that throw doesn't get off. I don't know what happens. I think it just slips out of his hand. So that scared me a little bit, but we would have had it covered okay, I think. Okay, hi-hat again. So Drake, or I guess that's Colton. So they were cut blocking you every time. We're going to talk in practice how you deal with a cut block. There's a technique to dealing with cut blocks that will remedy that. We may also slide you into the gaps to make it harder for them to cut block. So let's roll the play. It's a pass. Kyson, I love that you're seeing his eyes and you're sprinting over there. Rock, you're getting off your block. I love, Crew, that you're getting to your zone. Zach, I love that you're getting to your zone. I think that's Hayden, actually. Hayden, way to get deep. That was great pass defense by the whole team right there. Very encouraging. Okay, didn't see what happened on that one. Let's roll it. Okay, this is where we're going to get into trouble. So here's the deal. If they go trips, we've got a cornerback out here. I'm going to want my outside backer to go head up on the middle guy, and I want my free safety, Kyson, to shade over to about right here. So we would have cornerback, outside linebacker, and then we'd have our safety shaded right there. So let's roll it, and this, I think this is going to create problems for us on this play. Okay, so it's a pass. Kyson sees his eyes. I love that you're sprinting. I see Zach get into his zone. I think that's Derek and Rock, and I see Bryson on a blitz. So I love that, and you guys had him very scared. I don't know if you can see that, but he does not follow through on that throw. So our line just played awesome that whole game. But see, here's the problem. We didn't have enough men out here. And now we've got number 9. And again, that concerns me, right? Because that's number 9. Let's figure out where he was lined up. So that's number 9 right there. So Cooper, I wanted you right on top of him, right on top of number 9. So that worries me a little bit. Now, Zach, I love that you were getting out there, but Cooper, that really should have been you running with number 9. So number 9 catches the out route. So again, guys, just emphasizing we got to listen and practice and know our assignments. Okay, here's that little offset split back. They like to do a pitch to number 9 this way, but they'll also cut him back that way. So Cooper, I'm okay on this one. I told you to do this. So this was me. I told you to pretend this was a power I and to blitz through the opposite. So you did it right. So let's see what they do. So Cooper, you're going to get blitzed, or you're going to get blocked. Okay, so right there, crew, this is where I need you to read it. If this guard is blocking like that, I need you to step up in the hole and smash that lead blocker. You got to hit him. Now, Rock gets off his block. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Rock is looking like a Pro Bowler this game. So Rock gets off his block, comes in there and causes some problems. That forces number 9 to bounce out. Teddy, I like what I'm seeing here. You're taking on a block, and now it's a little bit dangerous, right? So Rock, I love that you got off your block. I love that you caused havoc. Nice attempt there. Teddy, you're taking on a block. I love that you're trying to get outside contain. Cole, I love that you see him coming. So Teddy, that's not bad. You turned him inside. You had people coming to help. That's about as good as we could hope for on that play. And Kyson, way to come up and finish it. Okay, here's that offset split back again. We know they like to pitch it to him going left or hand it off to him coming back. Let's see what shakes out this time. Okay, fumble, and I think they were going to do that exact same play as what they were going to do. Okay, nice job. Way to jump on the fumble. That's a momentum changer. Love what happened right there. Okay, so Alex, this was a little miscue, right? The rest of the team's picking up a play. I don't know what you heard, but make sure that you guys see me before you get on the ground. Remember, run up to the line after a huddle, elbows on knees, and see me so I can check the defense. By the way, Bryson, way to get on the ball. That was very heady. Okay, so we're doing a straight 2 power. And this is not bad at all. I actually kind of like what happens here. So Brooks gives us a pretty good kick out block. We get a nice double team from Colin and Alex. Drake's doing okay. Cole's going to come through and hit his assignment. Teddy's going to come through and get in the melee. That's not bad. That's how we want that play to work. Because let me show you something. Let me show you who had to make that tackle. The person who had to make that tackle is exactly who we want making that tackle. Watch who's making the tackle. Their outside linebacker is having to make a tackle on the inside. Because guess what's going to come next, right? If we can do that all game, force the outside backer to make the inside tackle, then we're going to fake it and hand it to Teddy on a go, and it's going to be wide open. Okay, back in turbo formation. Now we're faking it, and look, it's working. It's working because their outside backers are having to sell out. So we're faking the counter, right? Number 3 bites on it. All those guys bite on it. Problem is we get a little bit too much penetration. So what happened on this is we got too much penetration from this guy right there. So we needed a little better block right here from, who would that be? Drake and Alex Rock. But if you watch this, if we block him, and then Teddy, I would have needed you to help on that guy on that play, right? If that end is that far out, because that's actually their defensive end. Again, if he's that far out, you got to chip him, but watch. If we block him and block the end, the outside backer, he bought the fake. So what I'm telling you is if we just correct those blocking schemes, that would have been wide open for Cole to run to the edge. So I'm really encouraged by this. We can fix that. But let me repeat, 1 and 3 backs. If the defensive end is way outside, I need you to start blocking the defensive end and then move and progress to the outside linebacker. That's a clear takeaway from this game. So if you see the defensive end that far out, you got to hit him on an outside run. So I hope you can see, like, we're super close to getting all this put together and to figuring it out. Okay, we punt. I want to point out that Alex Rock does a nice job. So somebody comes through, and by the way, Teddy, on punt, I need you to hit him before you go. Right, so go ahead and pop him real quick. Although Rock saves us right here, so nice job, Rock, pushing him out of the way, and it doesn't really hurt us. And I will say, Teddy, because you released, you got down there pretty fast, and we've got Corbin getting down there, and that's a nice punt. You know what? For our first punt of the season, pretty happy with that, actually. Okay, so it's a pass. We know it's a pass because they go high hat. Do you see how their guards just stood straight up? Linebackers, if their guards stand straight up, get back to your zones. Okay, I see Zach trying to get to his zone. Now, Cooper, I want to point out, thank you. You're on top of number 9 out here. That's better. Okay, now that was a trip situation, so I want to remind us, if they go trips in the future, I want the outside linebacker lined head up on the middle guy. And Kyson, I would want you lined up about right there. Okay, so the outside backer would go out to the middle guy, and I want my safety to shift over to about right there. Now that's going to leave us a little exposed over here, but we would still have cornerback and outside backer. And guys, that's where we need to fly to the ball. Everybody needs to be flying to the ball at that point. Okay, here's that offset split back. We know they like to pitch it to number 9 or hand it off to him coming back this way. So let's watch and see what happens. Okay. I want to point something out. Linebackers, what have I told you? Read the guard. This year, if people are going to pull guards, let's read the guards. So crew, if he comes at you, go at him. If he stands up, get to your zone. If he pulls, you go right with him. You go right to where he's pulling. So watch your guard. See him pull, crew? I would want you to just go right with him. Now, Bryson, your guard's coming at you, so I want you to come forward. Teddy's going to stay at home, I think, if I remember right. And Cooper, way to split right in there and make a play, buddy. So that was a really nice play, blitzing through there. So this worked out because you got right to where he was trying to, that worked out great because you blitzed right where he was pulling. Way to get in there and make a play. That's just really great play by Cooper. Okay, so it's a bad fake, and I appreciate that nobody bid on the fake. So they make a bad fake. Cooper, this is better. You're running with number 9 now. I think they're in trips, so let me just reiterate. If we see a team go trips, Teddy, I'm going to want you to move out on the middle guy, head up on the middle guy, and Kyson, I'm going to want you to shift over to pretty much right here over the tackle. So here we go. They're going to do a token fake, crummy fake. Nobody bites on it. Thank you. Well, Derek does, I guess. But Rock and Derek are getting back there. He's rolling out. See, this is why if we're head up on him, I don't think they get any yards on this. Teddy, way to come up and wrap up, and you almost got the ball. Pull. Yeah. Pretty good play, Teddy. Nice job. Okay, again, token fake. Do you see how they're just not even faking? But they're blocking straight ahead. So, crew, if you see him blocking straight ahead, I want you coming up, even though it's a bad fake. Rock, way to get off the block. Really exceptional. Now they're rolling out. Teddy, I like that you're getting to your zone. That's the right thing to do. And crew and Derek and Rock, that's just great pursuit defense. And I want to point out something. Cole, you're doing the right thing because we thought it was a pass. And if you think it's a pass, you got to get deep. Kyson, I love that you're coming over. You got to come harder. So if you see that quarterback rolling right, you got to go harder. Because if it's an option, Cole's going to have to come up, and that guy's going to be wide open. As it stands, nice play by you guys. Derek, Scott Sterling, way to come through there. Okay, here's that offset split back. Again, we know they like to pitch it to this guy. We'll know that when we play him next time. Here it comes. It's the offset pitch. Zach sees it. He's going to play outside in technique. Okay, and they're going to pass it. Now look, Cole, that's not wrong. What we've asked you to do is come up if you see that it's a run. So you are doing it right. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with this. Kyson, this is a perfect demonstration of why I need you, as soon as you see that it's a run to this side, I need you to scream 100 miles an hour over there for exactly this play. So they're going to do a little pitch pass, and they're going to float it. And I'm going to tell you right now, Kyson, that if you would have started your sprint a little earlier, you would have intercepted that floater pass. I also would like to point out, guys, Orem was pulling out all the stops. They were trying trick plays. They were doing everything they could to win that game, and you still held your ground and won. So I'm very proud of how this game ended. Okay, the guards for Orem. Crew and Bryson, watch your guards. Crew, your guard's going to pull. When you see him pulling, I want you pulling with him. Bryson, you did the right thing. Your guard's going forward, so you come forward. Derek, that's good. Now, you're not getting blocked, but I want you to see something, Derek. If you're not getting blocked, that means Orem's pulling a guard out to come and block you, so be ready for that. So, okay, here comes a little counter. The guards are telling the story. Makes a nice cut up, Bryson. That's a great individual effort. So again, crew, if your guy's pulling, I want you drifting this way right behind the line to help with that, okay? Bryson, you just make a nice read here and a great play. You kind of save our bacon a little bit. Fly to the ball, guys. Fly to the ball. Fly to the ball. All right, I think this is going to be their touchdown. Let's talk about what happens. Okay, so it's a pass play, so we're getting to our zones.
He was celebrating my true.
Okay, so Zach's trying to get to his zone. Kyson, I love how you're coming over, reading the quarterback's eyes. Remember to look for receivers coming through, because what happens is he just runs right by you. Now, Cole, that's not really your fault, because we're running a 3-deep zone, and he was releasing into Kyson's zone. So that's just a matter, Kyson, of seeing the receiver as well as the ball. We'll get that fixed, guys. So that was the one fluke play. Okay, kick return, I'm just going to let it roll. Oh, I do want to point something out, actually. Teddy's going to give us a pretty nice block on the edge over here, and I just want people to see that. So, by the way, Derek, I love how you got back and started sprinting. You started looking for somebody. Watch this. Teddy's going to put him to the ground, and he gets face masked, and that gives a little running lane, a little daylight for Kyson, and that's where you just turn on the jets, Kyson, and trust your speed. I need you to trust me, Kyson. You're the fastest kid in the league. When you see a sliver of daylight, I want you to kick it into that high gear. Okay, good job. We go on 2. We get him to jump. We need to do more of that, guys. We need to do more going on 2.
No way.
Okay, so this is a turbo left QB boomerang. And here's what I need you to see. Teddy, since that guy's so far outside and he's the defensive end, I need you to hit him first and then go to the outside backer. I think that's Corbin, so I want you to hit the cornerback. And so let's play this. Here's the problem. See, that guy's so far outside. And Teddy, I know he's the defensive end, and so you didn't know to block him. But again, I want to emphasize, if the defensive end is that far outside of our tackle, we've got to help on him before we go to the outside backer. So he gets so much penetration that he just wrecks our play. Now, Cooper, remember, your assignment that game, if we went turbo left or turbo right, was to hit number 9. That's number 9 right there. He's not going to hurt us on this play, but he is going to come over and kind of clean up Kyson. See, I can't have that. And that's why I wanted him blocked, Cooper. So I kind of want you to see that missing that assignment gets our quarterback lit up. It's another helmet-to-helmet collision, quite honestly. So that's why, you guys, I need you to trust me. When I give you keys and assignments in practice, I really have thought about it, and it's important. Okay, so that's a fake 2 counter. I want to reiterate, Scott Sterling and Cooper and Zach, that's the counter. So quarterbacks, we need to fake the handoff more out here. Go to that counter area. We do get a bunch of people to bite, but I want you to see why we care about number 9. Watch how quickly he recovers and gets over there. Okay, now Bryson, I also want to remind you, when we do an earthquake pass, earthquake is not a formation where we're trying to get outside on the passes. So you would have want to stop right there. That's where you want to stop. And if you stop right there, Cole would have kept him off, and you could have delivered the ball. Now, I don't know if we complete the pass. Probably not. It would have had to have been a great pass, but he did get behind him. So if we stop and deliver that ball, it's got a shot. Okay, so we're in turbo. We're doing a fake 2 power, 1 go, but I don't know what happens. That play's a disaster. Okay, so now we put ourselves in a hole. We lost a down. I don't remember what play we're running here. Let's roll it. Oh, so we're going to try the same play. Okay, and I want to remind you guys, here's power. So we want to be doing a little bit wider out, but it's okay because we want that to be a good fake. So on the fake, watch. This is why the fakes have to be good. See, he totally bit the fake. That blitzing linebacker bit. We get a little bit of a problem, though, because we get some penetration. Now, I want you to notice, they're outside backers coming inside. That's what we want. So Cole, Teddy, again, if the end is this far out. So Orem, this was their scheme. Their defensive end went out, and their outside linebacker came in, which is what we want. So the outside backer and the inside backer both kind of get caught on the fake. Teddy gets it. So we just need to sustain that a little bit more. But then here's the problem. Number 9 is a beast, and we didn't sustain that block. And Teddy's just not going to be able to get to the edge when that happens. Okay, last play of the first half. It's a reverse. And I love that I see some people staying at home. I see Scott Sterling staying at home. I see Zach staying at home. That play was going nowhere. Way to be assignment sound, guys. Look, they're trying all the trick plays. Pitch passes, reverses. That's how badly they wanted to beat you guys. Okay, second half. Here we go. Okay, so we're in a hole. We're back on our own 20-yard line now, not where we want to start. Okay, now here's what I want to point out. When you do your assignments, good things happen. So this is turbo overload left, so we're just stacked. They have not shifted anybody. I can't believe this. Okay, so your job, Teddy, is to get outside linebacker, but remember, if the end is way outside, go help on him. And I said I wanted the 2 farthest guys out to get number 9. And Corbin, you should be getting him. By the way, Corbin, I want you farther out. That's too tight. But watch what happens when we do our assignments. Okay, Rock gets a good block. Teddy's going to give us a good position block. Kyson makes an athletic move. By the way, that was super athletic that you picked up the ball and we're still able to get outside. But I would say this, if we get a clean handle of the snap, and by the way, Alex, that's not a terrible snap. If we catch that cleanly, we easily get outside. The only reason that guy got his hand on you is because it was a bobbled snap. But Teddy gives us a position block. That's all we need on that. Hold it a little longer if you can. Now look, Cooper, because you did your assignment, you didn't hit him, but you forced him to spin. Right? So actually you did hit him. I take that back. So you come and hit him. Number 9, that was your job. You hit him. That creates the running lane. Let me tell you what else I like. Cole has done his block. Right? So Cole came out. Cole tried to get a block, but he's not going to give up. So Teddy's going to get him. Cole's like, all right, I'm going to keep blocking. Creates a running lane. Kyson sees the hole, bursts through it, and look at how close he was to breaking that run, you guys. That's an arm tackle away from a touchdown. Are you seeing how close we were to putting 4 touchdowns up on these guys? Okay, so when we hit number 9, good things happen. All right, watch. We're turbo right. Crew, I need you blocking him. Cooper, your assignment this game, since you're turbo right, your job is number 9. Cole, your job, since they're head up now, you don't have to hit the end. Your job is outside backer. Watch how this works. Let's slow it down. Okay, now they're starting to get push on the line, but not bad. Okay, so I'm going to say these guys get pushed back a little bit, so I guess that's Drake and Alex. Colin, I think you're holding your own. Brooks, he gets a little bit of penetration. So the line gets penetration, but even though they get penetration, and remember running backs, you burst when you get that ball. So we burst. We know Teddy has good speed. Look, Cole gives us the position block. Cooper's going to come out and get number 9. Watch Crew doing his job blocking him. Now watch. Cooper, you give us the block on number 9, and that's all we needed. And Teddy's going to burst through that hole. And then look. Now it's just a foot race. Now that guy takes a good angle, but watch how close this was to just a big fat touchdown. That's literally a 2-finger horse collar. That's how close we were to a touchdown. Are you seeing all the plays that we almost broke? But a key lesson from that is when we do our assignments, we get good plays. Okay, we're faking the 2 counter. Let's see how the line is doing. I think we're getting a little bit fatigued at this point, quite honestly. Okay, they blitz. Alex, you do a nice job picking up the blitz. Thank you. That's super helpful. They're getting a little bit of penetration across Drake here. They are bringing a lot of guys. Rock gives us a nice block. Okay, they bite. They bite. Do you guys see how they bite? Teddy's giving us a position block. Corbin, I need you to sustain that block a little bit longer. Number 9 is going to be our nemesis. We know that about him. Here he comes. But look how close this is to a touchdown. That's an 8-9-yard gain. And Kyson, I need you to will that into the end zone. Right there, I need you to turn your shoulders upfield and say to yourself, that guy's not going to knock me out of bounds. In fact, I think you may have actually gotten in. But make sure you get in on that. Okay, guys. We're 1 yard away from the end zone. We have to score a touchdown. It's got to happen. Okay, so on this one, they're clogging it up, so I don't have much to say. Colin, I need you to drive. By the way, that's a nice drive block by Brooks right there. Way to go, Brooks. Colin, I need you to drive. If we just get a little bit more drive, I think we get in. Actually, the blocking on this gets a little bit messed up because, Cole, that was supposed to be your block, right? On an inside run to your side, you come through and seal him. Teddy's supposed to come through and lead block. So, Cole, that actually should have been you blocking him. And I think maybe we get in if that's the case. Okay, we get called for a hold on that. So, Brooks, let me show you what I think they saw. Sorry that it takes a while to back this up slow-mo. So here's what I think they're going to say on this, and then we'll run it full speed. I think what they're going to say is you got your hands outside of him. Do you see right there, Brooks? You can never have your hands outside when you're blocking. That's what they're going to call. So that hurts, right? Because that was, I think, a touchdown, actually. We get called for the hold, so that's a big momentum changer. So now we're back a ways. Now we're struggling. Okay, so now we're going to do a fake 2 power, 1 go. So let's talk about assignments. So Rock, your head up there. Colin, you're blocking there. We're hoping that the linebacker bites on the fake. Cole, you're going to give us a position block right there. And Crew, you're going to block right there. So let's run it. Okay, so it works. Did you see that guy bite on the fake? He started to get outside contain, and then he bit on the fake. Crew's going to come down and give us some block. So it actually looks kind of open. Now, Teddy, against Orem, because they've got that number 9, I want you to cut that up right there. Just get me whatever yards you can because number 9's such a disruptive guy. So as it stands, you get us 4 or 5 yards, but I think if you cut it up earlier, maybe you get us a few more yards. Okay. So quarterbacks, we've got to make sure everybody's ready before we launch. See, Sterling's not ready. I'm not sure if this was actually a penalty, but it just looked so discombobulated. Yeah, it was. So you can see we're launching here before the ball gets snapped. You can't see it, but this was going to be a twist. And it was going to be wide open because those guys were all biting. Right? And by the way, that's going to be number 9 coming at us. So he's going to be out of the way. So this twist was wide open. I'm telling you, that was a touchdown. That was absolutely a touchdown. But now we're in trouble. By the way, okay, so here we go. I'm trying to run the same play. So we kind of miss a block there, Colin. I think we're getting fatigued. Alex, you're getting a little bit driven back there. And I just think we're super tired at this point. Okay, so Teddy and Scott Sterling, you're going to give us some blocks. I would reiterate, Teddy, if their defensive end is that far outside, I need you to help with him before you go to an outside linebacker. We fake that, and this is one of those moments where faking the 3 boomerangs slowed Kyson down. So we don't always have to do that, right? Sometimes we don't have to fake that. We can just do the twist. But I want you to see that if we can get out of there, just look at all that green space. I'm just sure it's a touchdown.
I'll be worse. I can give you freedom if you get it done in time. This doesn't count as getting it done in time.
Okay, so we tried twist to the other side. By the way, we put in a few more plays. And I want you to see that it was open, but we're just getting too much push now. So Colton, I need you to get in front of him better than that. That caused real problems right there. Cole, I know he's a little bit bigger than you probably, but try to give us a little bit more seal. Colin's getting pushed. Looks like Alex is getting pushed. So at this point, we're just so fatigued that they're getting too much push. But I want you to see that the play was there. Right? Like he's there. If we can deliver the ball, that's open. So because I'm really encouraged. Our offense is working. We get a pass interference, which gives us one more play, and then we fumble it. So I'm not going to focus on that. And the battery's going to run out here pretty soon. But I do want to point this out. Okay, so they fumble. Now watch this. We're going to do a dart blitz. We're going to send Teddy. And I want you to see how nervous it makes the quarterback. Now Teddy gets blocked but not knocked over, and that's important. So Teddy comes through, gets hit. By the way, Sterling's getting good pressure, and he gets rushed. He sees you coming, and even though he's got a blocker, he gets rushed. Look at where he throws that ball. That's not really close to a completion. We do it again. We dart blitz again. Kyson's going to see the quarterback's eyes, and now the QB is really nervous because he's got 2 guys coming at him, Rock and Teddy. Kyson sees the eyes. People are getting to zones, and this is the pivotal play of the game. Game changer. Kyson, way to see it, take it in, and that ends up being the decisive play of the game. Huge. So proud of you guys. And I couldn't follow what happened on that one, so I'm going to let it go. Great kick, Kyson. Really nice kick. Corbin, you make a nice play on this if I remember right. Way to get down there. Way to get down there and get your nose in it. Okay, here's that offset split back. We know they like to either pitch it to him this way or come back with him going this way. Okay, so here he is coming back. We know that's they have 2 plays they run out of that. It's a pitch to him or it's a handoff to him coming back this way. So there it is coming back. They fumble. Now remember, crew, if you see that guard coming at you, you got to go hit him. We got to step up. Okay, and I hope that we're seeing that. I'm worried that would have been some green grass, although I see you guys coming up on it, so maybe we don't need to worry too much. All right, battery runs out. Fellas, I just want to show you, if you'll listen to the coaches, do your assignments. We were really close to putting 4 touchdowns up on those guys. I'm really encouraged by what I see. There's a lot of positives. I think our defense on the whole is really, really strong. We got some things to work on. We got some more plays to implement. But man, when I see just the small tweaks we need to do, and if we can just be a little bit more assignment sound and remember what we need to do,